I definitely enjoy the hunt. I think the first time I went to Japan, I had like a list in my head, a very small budget because I was broke at the time, and I was able to like find bits and pieces of things to like fill in a collection. But now I can't go expecting to find something because I'll be disappointed because the landscape out there is kind of dusted with over tourism and online sales. But if you go to flea markets or a shop off the beaten path, there will almost always be something you've never seen or something you didn't expect to find, and you kind of just have to pull the trigger, because if you don't, someone else is going to, and then you'll kind of regret it forever. I learned that lesson the hard way. I am Michael Skattum, known as Draculazer on the internet. I collect toys, books, records, tapes, a bunch of stuff. And I am an illustrator, toy maker, musician, all around human being. I guess primarily I collect Japanese soft vinyl toys, mostly vintage. I collect some modern stuff. I collect stuff from the 60s to the 80s mostly, from shows like Kamen Rider and Barum 1, Ninja Arashi, Lion Maru, advertising figures, mascots, and whatever catches my eye pretty much. My dad collects model kits, military models, robots. My brother collected stuff, action figures, comic books, trading cards. And then I kind of followed suit, collecting Japanese stuff. I started in high school, I want to say sophomore or junior year. So that was 2004 or so, not too long ago. I was a Marvel kid, video game stuff like Mega Man toys. My dad was in the Air Force, so he would go to Japan and bring me back like Gundam model kits and airsoft guns and stuff. So I would do that. Warhammer, Games Workshop miniatures. I was into that as a kid. That morphed into Todd McFarlane, like the 90s boom of Spawn and all that stuff. When I went to college, I had a job. I had to focus on obviously going to school, buying my supplies and all that, but then it was wanting Japanese toys, it being difficult to get them, and then if I could get them, they were very expensive. So throughout college, it was maybe like one toy a month or something like that, if that. And then flash forward to now, like I make toys, so most of the money that I make on my own toy projects goes back into production or into collecting. I try not to delve too much into savings and spending what I don't have on toys. I'm hardcore into yokai stuff, toys, paper, stickers, movies, posters, you name it. My favorite store in Tokyo is Drod. It's a little closet-sized spot in Koenji that has sections in the shop where it's like skulls, universal monsters, clowns, zombies, yokai, and all that. It's floor to ceiling stuff. It's overwhelming in the best way possible, but I go there at least 5 times every trip I'm in Japan and spend a lot of money there. So the first time I went to Japan, I was on a smaller budget, and there were things that I picked up that I probably shouldn't have and like depleted my bank account, but I was happy to get them. And now flash forward to present day, like those same toys are maybe 4 times the price, and people are still buying them, or it's 5 times the price and it's at auction and people are going crazy on that. And it's like, I can remember my first trip seeing all these things like, oh, I'll get that next time I go, and then the next time I went, they're all gone, and now they're 4 or 5 times more expensive. And another main difference was in 2017 or whenever I went, the yen was stronger than the US dollar, so I was also more conscious of what I can afford, how much it's actually going to cost. And now with the yen being as weak as it is, it's like discount on everything, so you don't really have to think twice. If you want to buy something, it's a 40% discount or something like that right now. which is unfortunate for the Japanese as a whole, but for people visiting, it's a pretty nice discount. I completely buy what I like, regardless of the series or the brand or where it's made. I just like, if it looks cool to me, I'm gonna buy it. And if the whole series looks cool, I'll try and do it. But if it's cost prohibitive, I'll just pump the brakes and hope that it comes my way one day. My girlfriend and I moved out here from New York, so things are kind of still getting situated, but I have like that wood case is mostly vintage, and then the other one over there is like some of my stuff, some modern stuff and friends things. My top two modern toy makers are Kotori Mark. He does a bunch of cool stuff, and Vilesor. He's a good friend of mine, and I'll buy anything he makes no matter what. And then I just have like a case of finger puppets and random stuff in the hallway. I kind of just have it all random. A lot of the stuff that I like to collect, they're called Kaijin. So you have Kaiju, which is like the strange monster, the strange beast. And then the Kaijin is the strange human figure. It's like a humanoid thing. So it'll be like a half squid, half human, or a turtle with a bazooka on his back. So I don't have any real nostalgia for that era in Japan. I just really like it, and it's really inspiring to like my art and all that. So I like a lot of Baramon, Lion Maru, stuff like that. A lot of it is animal-human hybrids or demon-human hybrids, and a lot of them are made by Popey or Bullmark, and the middle size is like my favorite form. I like standard size too, but the mid size is like traditional action figure to me, and it's a lot of the toys compared to their on-screen counterparts are just so off the wall, like grotesque and really like folky. Is there a correlation between my art and what I collect? 100%, yeah. Everything I consume directly feeds into the art I'm making, whether it's paintings, drawings, toy design, or whatever, like movies, books, it all relates, and I'm inspired by the stuff that I see every day. I'm inspired by the books that I'm looking in, hunting for something that I want to buy, or even as far as like research and development on a form factor for a toy and the jointing. If it's something that I want to design toy-wise, I'll try and find the vintage counterpart and see how they did it in the 70s and be like, okay, this works, so I can design around this and do something like that. It's like a vicious cycle of consuming stuff. You can find me on Instagram. My username is Draculazer. It's been that forever. I have a collection Instagram called Lizard Demon that I post on sometimes, but that's mostly just the stuff that I collect, and I post a bunch of stuff on Draculazer, so that's the easiest way to find me. A long time ago, as I was collecting Japanese toys, as everyone usually does, I thought that I wanted to start doing this myself. And back then it was way more difficult to break into the scene. Less people were making toys, factories were always at capacity, so I actually made a resin toy first to break the ice and see if people would even like my designs or whatever, and then I wanted to make that into vinyl, and it never happened because everyone told me it was impossible, and I'm kind of glad I didn't make that first toy in vinyl, but it still holds a special place in my heart.